Hello and welcome back to Matt Ryan Photo. Right now I am up in, well, about 7,000 feet up in Mount Lemmon, Arizona. And it's breathtaking. Here, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you. Sun's rising. Right over there. And then, whammo, there's Tucson. So I'm up above Tucson, up in the mountains, all by my lonesome, and it is absolutely breathtaking. Now, I just got back from Tucson, Arizona, and wow, absolutely just wow. It's a beautiful, beautiful state, and Tucson area is just amazing. Now, I've never been to Arizona. That's the furthest west I've ever been in this country. I grew up in Florida, and I have always been like obsessed with mountains and desert. Pretty much because it was completely opposite from what I grew up in. Flat and wet, where this is dry and mountainous. And yeah, I loved it, and I want to go back. I want to move there. I'd move there in a heartbeat. Hands down, no questions asked. It's absolutely perfect. The opportunities for photos there is just incredible. It's just amazing. Now, I went down there with my wife, and it was a vacation, so I was spending a lot of time with my wife because that was my primary reason for going there, was on vacation with her. Now, I did get out and get photos. I did get some video, but it wasn't my priority to make a YouTube video while I was down there. But I did get video, and I have tons of photos. So I'm going to share that with you here today. Now, you're going to see I've been doing a lot of landscape lately. It's been what I've been kind of focusing on more than anything is landscape photography, because I'm really, really enjoying it and liking it. So I brought my Sony A7C, and I brought my, which is recording me right now, and I brought my Bronica ETRSI with me, and I got some beautiful photos. I also brought my Nikon F3 and this little guy, my Olympus pen. Now, my Olympus pen EES. So this is PENEES. This is the Olympus penis camera. This is a half frame camera, and I did shoot a roll of that while I was down there, and I'll share that with you here. But again, there's not going to be a lot of video corresponding to the photos, so I'll try and fill in here and there with some voiceover, but you'll see. It'll actually be very, very nice and very, very enjoyable. So without further ado, let's get on with the show. Okay, so I'm out here at Sabino Canyon National Park. I'm like just right at the park. Like literally parked, like right over there. And look at this place. It's a dream to photograph already. And I'm 100 yards from the parking lot. Check this out. It is absolutely gorgeous out here. The sun is starting to come up. Let me try not to get bit by a rattlesnake, but the sun is coming up over those mountains there. And they're going to hit these mountains here, all along here. And I found this gnarly looking cactus. Look at that. That thing's crazy. So my thought is waiting for the sun to come up to peek over those mountains there to start lighting up the tips of these. And then I got all this in the foreground. Let me show you how it looks. I don't know how well you're seeing it on here, but anyway, right here, I got all, I think it's prickly pear. I don't know. All this in the foreground. I got this in the midground as a main subject. And then those mountains in the back, as soon as they start getting lit up with the sunlight, should just look beautiful. What a really cool place. Very cool place. And this is day one. Well, day two. We got in yesterday. Today's Monday. And we're leaving out on Sunday. So, lots more photos. A lot more opportunities for photos. This is just, never been here. I didn't scope it out. Nothing. I just said, you know what? I'm going to go for sunrise. I'm going to go for broke. I'm glad I did. So, what I have on here right now is I have my Tamron 35 f2.8, and I am shooting at shooting at f11 ISO 50 and 0.8 timer, or 0.8 shutter. So I might as well just go ahead and take a shot right now. Oops, I got autofocus on. Whoopsies. There we go. And that's gonna look just wonderful. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so sun's come up and I'm beginning to get some harsh light up on the mountains, so I kind of changed up my composition a little bit, and I'm doing this right here. Flip, there we go. So pretty much I got the 70 to 200 out, and I'm getting, I think it's a Joshua tree, I don't know. And then that cactus back there with like that little hill back there, the house on top. And it looks pretty cool. It's a nice little, hold on. There we go. So we got this tree here with the light hitting it just like that, with the cactus over there. And then that mountain in the background. Yeah. It's gonna look real good. So on this one I am using autofocus. I'm at f11. I got my ISO at 50, lowest possible. I'm actually focusing on the first front tree, and I use a 5-second timer, so I'm not using a remote switch. Right there, and then I'm going to tap on, and I'm pretty sure it's actually in focus anyway, but it's best to be safe and do some focus stacking later on. Oh, this place is amazing.
Keep in mind that these mornings are very cold. Below freezing most of the mornings that I was out there. It is the desert after all, and late fall. So I apologize for any sniffles you may hear. When I am cold, I sniffle. Anyhow, enjoy this mix of film and digital photos from this morning. By the way, this is an AI clone of my voice. Just something that I am testing out for simple fun, and to see if it would work doing voiceovers on the channel. So far, I am not very convinced that it is any good. Let me know in the comments below. This soundbite is using exaggeration, and it even adds in ums and uhs.
All right, welcome back to day 2. And today I am using face tracks on the Bronica. Yeah, and that is my view right there for right now. place is crazy. Just crazy. These are actually my favorite right here. Look at that glow. So I gotta tell you, this place is just absolutely magical. It's my second day out here, and it's like, I don't think I really need to go anywhere else. There's just so much. So yesterday I was about 100 yards from the parking lot, and today I'm about 200 yards from the parking lot, maybe a little bit further. But there's miles of it. Miles. All right. So it's kind of hard to explain with the Bronica exactly what my composition here was, but pretty much I did a couple different photos of the same thing, just different focus points. But yeah, pretty much right here, about this area here. Yeah, with a focus on the mountains, and then I did another one at a more open aperture right here. But here's the photos.
So here's me using AI again to generate my voice. Haha. Here are a few more photos that I did not get much video of. These are film shots from the Bronica and Nikon cameras using Kodak Gold 200 and Ilford HP 5. I want to take this moment to say I really liked the black and white photos of the desert, maybe even more so than the color photos. There is just something timeless and classic when it comes to black and white.
Back to using my real voice. No more AI for now. So I traveled up on top of Mount Lemmon at the wee dark hours of the morning, and I'm up above Tucson, and it's stunning. Very, very stunning, as you're going to see here in just a few moments. I got there when it was still pitch dark out. Now, there's no lights up there. It's dark. The only light that I had was the light on my camera, and that's it. That's what I was traveling by. And both my hands were full. And I'm sitting here and I'm climbing these rocks, and I have my hands full of equipment. And I couldn't, it was a little sketchy, and it probably was not the smartest thing in the world to do, especially being that it was so dark and isolated, and yeah, it was dumb. Anyway, it was well worth it though, because you're about to see some really amazing photos. At least to me, they're amazing. This photo, in my opinion, is absolutely my favorite. I think it's the best one for my trip, with the sunlight just peeking over the horizon and over the mountains, and those just beautiful little lights in the background of the city of Tucson. I think it just makes for a very cool composition. My personal favorite. This is good. I like this. Yes. Yeah. All right, I'm going to set up right here. I think this is going to do it for me. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it. That's the road right down there. It's one of the roads. Okay, so now that the sun is coming up a little bit more, you can see me a little bit better. But I was, let me see if I can get it in the, this face track is really messing with me right here. Okay, hold on. I was up there. It's kind of the highest point on this little outcropping or whatever this is. Anyway, I was up there and I wasn't liking what I was seeing. So anyway, here is my current composition. There is a dead tree right down there. And you got the light coming from over there. And I'm just getting this rocky area here with the mountains in the background. And just a little bit of Tucson up there. But now that it's getting a little bit lighter out, the lights are going off. You're not seeing the lights as much, stuff like that. So it's not as obvious. So you got to take the good with the bad. So I'm taking it that way. But God, look at this. Isn't this just incredible? My God. Now, I am at 7,000 foot plus elevation, and I'm not good at that. I am not good with elevation, with altitude. So it's like I walk 100 feet and I'm like huffing and puffing. I'm already fat and out of shape as it is. Lack of oxygen, it makes it worse. But that's okay. I'm fine if I take my time. I do just fine. So now, I've been in Tucson for 5 days now. Yeah, it's like my 5th day here. I was down in Sabino Canyon, taking photos of cactus and stuff like that. And I did that for a couple days because it's a desert. Got to photograph it. And then yesterday, me and a friend of mine decided that we were going to take a drive up to a ski resort on top of Mount Lemmon, and found all this. I mean, this stuff is like perfect. It's beautiful. It's crazy. It's up in the mountains. It looks like something from like Flintstones. Seriously, I feel like I'm in the Flintstones movie. But yeah. So if you ever come to Tucson and you want to get some good photos, sunset, sunrise, whatever, go up to Mount Lemmon. This is a Windy Point Vista, or Windy Point, whatever. It's a big stop. It's part of a tour and everything like that, but it's really freaking awesome. And now I have some tourists coming, which, even though I'm a tourist, I still hate tourists. They're loud, they get in your way, they're annoying. I just want peace and quiet. Anyway, I'm going to show you the photos here in just a second. So the more that I walk around here, the more I see. Like, it just looks, I'm finding more and more stuff. So here, let me turn this around. This vista here. Oh yeah, got this badass tree right here, dead tree, underbrush, and all that lit up. Damn. Here's a pano that I created by stitching together seven photos that I took of this area. And I couldn't be happier. If you look off to the left there, you can see the light rays coming over the mountains and then the golden glow on the right. It's just a beautiful, beautiful vista. Now, as promised, here are the half-frame photos that I took with the Olympus pen EES. Now, this is a fantastic little camera. It has a very sharp lens. The metering, which is all mechanical, I mean, there's no battery in this camera at all. It does a fantastic job. And it's wonderful for just taking little snapshots, getting 72 or 48 frames out of a single roll. And all these photos here are just from my trip. So, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, and happy shooting.